Before the start of the semester, my prior knowledge of culturally responsive teaching and my positionality as a first generation student had already shaped my philosophy on music education. Specifically, I knew that I wouldn't be comfortable teaching my students the way I was raised in music education. That is, playing repertoire from a specific niche of composers for the sole purpose of a final concert, or worse, for judges. What made this style of teaching worse was that my time in music education was often accredited to being a catalyst of change, but never was there a critical analysis of how exactly music could be a force of good. Over my time in this class, I found that the lessons and articles reiterated my philosophies. I believe music education can be an environment of immense creativity, community, and candor, but this must be done by critically analyzing how, what, and why we teach. One theme that resonated with me was that of breaking the traditional norms found in a typical band classroom. The traditional way of teaching band over the past century has created unimaginative environments for learning. In the article by Ronald A. Beghetto, In Search of the Unexpected, Finding Creativity in the Micro Moments of the Classroom, Beghetto determines that educators who have created assumptions about teaching from their prior schooling experiences have a higher chance of dismissing their students' unique ideas, or any creative implementations to the curriculum. While I am being anecdotal, all my experiences playing in band have been in the same format, which is a top-down form of instruction that limited individual input from the students. Thus, it's my goal to make the music classroom more creative than my experience by incorporating more student-led activities. The creative activity I enjoyed the most was participating in this semester's group composition. Composition is one example of a student-led activity that can create an outlet for students to feel validated and a part of community. In the Stringham article we read this semester, Creating Compositional Community in Your Classroom, Stringham mentions that introducing compositions expands community by 1. Expanding roles beyond the common performer-teacher paradigm, and 2. Develops public outlets for student composers to be recognized for their work. In the future, I'm really interested in programming my students' compositions for a composition night where they had to complete input on the event, including venue, media, and marketing, where donations go, etc. Additionally, creating group compositions can benefit the standard band curriculum by reinforcing compositional benefits in the standard repertoire, thus making students better at playing their music. This can be seen in the Zubey article, also about group compositions, that cites the benefits of composing, including developing theoretical knowledge and skill, learning about concepts of melody, orchestration, counterpoint, harmony, and learning to look back at music from different perspectives. With all these benefits, I believe it's inexcusable to teach band the way it is traditionally taught, since you can reiterate the standard curriculum while being extremely creative. Similar to composition, improvisation seeks out the creative input of students and their funds of knowledge. The only difference is that improvisation is composition in the moment, while composing is over time, a point made in the Norgaard article. One part of improvising is developing an ear, which is what I want to prioritize in my students' music classroom. In the article by Robert Woody, Playing by Ear, Foundation or Frill, Woody determines that teaching by ear is one of the more natural ways of teaching because it's how music is originally transferred and is also the foundation of many methods including Orff and Kodály. Therefore, it is more beneficial to teach by ear than a hindrance. This point is furthered in the Azara article, as Azara cites Gordon for prioritizing the ear as a foundational element for musicianship. Improvising is important in order for students to learn how to manipulate elements in real time. Back to the Norgaard article, Norgaard mentions that not improvising is like learning in a pottery class, but only by analyzing existing clay pieces. Improvisation is important because it reiterates the focus on real-time performance in the large ensemble setting. At this point, I am more certain than ever to implement creative elements in a musical classroom. At first, I was confused if I even wanted to teach in the large ensemble setting because it was very unresponsive for me. I now know that I can use tools like composition and improvising to manipulate the curriculum of the large ensemble setting to promote a creative community of candor. Thank you.